Hello friend, welcome back. In our previous video from our add grade, we can able to successfully insert this data, and if you go to our database and if you go to that browse, and you can see it's now successfully inserted all that our data, and we also get all the data and visible it in our, that means a grade marked list. So here it's visible. So now in this video I want to discuss about that edit. So this edit button I have already loaded in our view page. Right now go to our view. That means that is our grade marks view, and with the grade marks view they have also one of the route as a edit, right? So for the edit I want to create one of the route that will be as a marked, okay, marks, so marks and then grade edit, okay, and also we have to edit it with a specific one of the ID. So right now we are already into the for each. I get all the data from our table, that means from our marks grade table I get all the data. So now I can access that marks grade table ID, right? So here we have to also pass that ID. Perfect. Now let's create this route. So I think you already know what exactly the things you have to do. So that is our post. Better right now I copy it because that will be one of the get method. So I paste it. So now our route will be as a marks grade and the edit. I copy it, so that will be as a marks grade edit. That means that will be as a marks grade edit, and then I want to make it as a ID, because here also we have to update it with a specific this ID, right? So now into the grade, that means in our grade controller I want to create another method as a marks grade edit. I name it as a edit. Okay, so now we have to create this method in our grade controller. Now go to our grade controller here. After this I want to use it as a public, and then function, and then our method. So friend, at that point I think it's not much hard for you, because we did a lot of the time with the same concept, and here there is one of the ID. So our ID will be as a this requested ID, right? Perfect. And then same logic we have to apply, and that means I take one of the variable as a data, and then I name it as a edit. Okay, edit data. So this type of one of the variable, and then our model. With this model I want to find our specific one data, right? So with our marks grade, so with our marks grade here I want to simply add that find, because I want to edit and I want to get a specific our this requested ID data. So now I simply add this requested ID data on here, right friend? And then we have to create another view page. So better I copy it. Okay, I copy it and then I paste it. So here there is a return view into the backend, into the marks folder. I want to create one of the page as a grade marks edit. Okay, and also I get a specific one row ID data, take the things with this variable. So that is our data array. So I want to pass this data. Okay, make that sure you pass it. So now we can actually get a specific ID data in our here I can now display it in particular this page as a grade marks edit page. So now let's create this page in our backend into the marks folder. So into the backend, and that is our marks folder. Here I want to create another new file. Now click as a save as and name it as a grade marks edit.blade.php. okay, so that will be our page. So this page will be just like our add page. So that is our marks, that means the grade marks add. I simply copy everything. Only here we have to add that value, right? So that is our edit. Here I paste it. Okay, so I paste it. That will be as edit grade mark. I change it, so that will be for the update, and that will be the grade name will be, everything will be just like same. Only I want to add another value, and our value will be what? Our value will be simple. Okay, better to put it in line. So that is our value. So into the value area I pass all the data as edit data, right? I pass this data in our edit page. So now with this edit data I can actually access that all that our database field. So with this edit data I want to access our database field as a grade name, because I have also used the same name. If you go to our marks edit, if you go to that structure, better I use it, okay, rather than you may confuse. So that is actually our same name for the reasons, but that will be actually our database field name, okay. So that is a value for this. I copy it, and then that will be the another one. Better I paste it fast, okay. I paste it that value, I paste this value on here, and also I paste it, and then there is another one, remark, I paste it. So now I simply updated all that our field, okay. So first of all, that is our grade name, and there is our grade point. For the grade point, with this edit, I want to access our this grade point. Grade point means actually same name, but make that sure that part actually comes from our this database table, okay. And then there is another one as a start marks, and you can see I use that same name for the reasons you can actually use it. So that is our start marks, will be visible. It will be get this data, and then that will be the end mark, that will be as a start point, and that will be as a end point, and that will be as a remark. So now it should be display all that our data. Now if you click as a save all, okay, if you now click as a save all, so now, so friend, I want to make it very fast because of all I think I know you definitely know what exactly the things you have to do. So now I click as a edit, and you can see that is our requested ID, and this requested appropriate is getting all the data. You can see with this value now it's visible as a plus, as a grade point, there is a mark point, the end mark, start point, end point, and excellent. That means everything is now successfully getting it and display it on here. So now better I want to change that button because that is the update portion. So better make it as an update. Okay, I make it as an update. Perfect. So I think we will all understand about it. So with this value, I only get all the data, and that just simply display our database table field name. Okay, so that is our every field with the same condition. So now friend, I want to update it. So if you want to update, that is actually also one of the submit, and you can see that have also one of the form. So now I want to create one of the form, and here also you have to update it with a specific one of the ID. So now I want to make it as an update and marks grade, and after this, okay, after this I pass all that our data. I pass all that data same with the edit data. So now with this edit data, I want to access our grade marks table ID. So now I want to access this ID. Okay, so make that sure add that as a dollar. So that is our edit data and then our ID. Okay, so now I want to update it. So that is actually our route. Now create this route, go to web route, and here after this I copy it because that is our marks entry grade, right? So after this I paste it, so that will be just like that same, only that will be the update marks grade. I copy it, so that will be as the update marks grade. Okay, and I make that as an update with that specific one of the ID, because of all they have also one of the ID I have to pass. And then in our grade, that means in our grade controller, I want to create one of the method as a marks grade update. Okay, so this type of one of the method I want to create. So this method I want to create in our grade controller. Now go to our grade controller. How much easy it is, you can see friend, if you actually understand that core is, as I told you a lot of the time, core is very much important things. So if you understand that part, that is simply a step-by-step process. So that is a public function, and that is our method name. So that is our method, right? So into this method, that is our one of the post method. So I make it as a post. Because of all, if you go to our edit, into the edit, you can see there is actually method as a post method. So now I simply passed it as a post method, and also they have one of the ID. So now also you have to pass that as a request, and then the dollar request, and then also after that they have the ID. That means our requested ID. And this requested ID means what? This requested ID means when you edit it, you can see that is actually our requested ID. Okay, so here I simply pass it, and after that that will be just like same our store. Okay, but I copy everything from here. That is our marks grade store. So I copy everything, and then in our update, into the update I paste it. Okay, I simply paste it. Only what things we have to change, only you have to find out this, not that new one here. Only you have to find, that means with our marks grade model, I want to find our ID. Okay, I want to find this ID, that means our this requested ID. So now I simply add it, and then rest of this everything will be just like that same. Okay, and only I want to update that message as a grade, that means the grade marks updated successfully, and then it will be return redirect to our same, that means in our view page. So for the view I have created as a marks entry grade, so that means it should be perfectly redirected to here. Okay, perfect, that's all. Now let's check this out. If you click as a save all, and now go there, click as a refresh. So now I want to update, like for education purpose I'm actually using it. Now click as a update. Yes, you can see it's now showing as a grade marks updated successfully. So now you can see it's perfectly updated. So now if you want to change it, you can change it. So right now that data will be needed. So for the reasons here, I want to make it as a clean. Okay, now click as a update. So now friend, I want to insert some of the data. Okay, here that data will be needed, and I didn't actually cover the delete portion. I think at that point you already know how can delete this data, so you can actually delete it. Okay, so it's even a simple condition we have to apply with this. You have to just find that ID and then you have to delete it. Okay, so that procedure will be just like that same. So now I want to add some of the another data, because this grade mark also connected with our another function. So when I discuss about that things with you, that will be needed. So now I take another one as a A. Okay, I name it as A, and for the A I add that as a grade point as a 4, and start mark, I want to start mark, make it as a 70. Okay, and the end mark I want to add it as a 79, and then start point will be as a 4, end point will be as a 4.99, and I make it as a very good. Okay, I make it as a very good. So this type of another add grade mark I want to insert. Now click as a submit. Yeah, it's inserted successfully. So now I want to add another one. I want to add another one that will be as A minus. Okay, I take it as A minus, I make it as a 3.5. I make that start marks started from to the 60, and then that will be as a 69, and that is start will be as a 3.5, and will be as a 3.99. okay, and I remark it as a good. This type of another mark. Now click as a submit. So our mark is now successfully inserted, right? So now I also want to take another one. I take another one and I make it as a B. Okay, I make it as a B. So that will be as a B, and then started for the B started will be as a 3.00, and make it as a 50. Okay, make it as a 50, and mark I want to make it as a 59. That means the 59. Okay, so that is our end mark, and put that as a 3. That means the 3 point, and end mark as a 3 point. I make it as a 3, and then 3.49. okay, that is a 3.49, and I make it as an average. So that will be the average. So this type of one of the form I want to add. Now click as a submit. So now that is our A plus, A minus, B, right? So now I also want to take another one for the C. So let's add it. So that will be as a C. Okay, I make it as a C, and the C grade point will be started from the 2.00, and started will be from to the 40, and then and will be as a 49. Okay, and it is 49, and start with the 2.00, and end point will be as a 2.99, and then I make it as a disappointed. Okay, disappointed, this type of one of the name I want to submit it. So that will be as a C. Okay, that will our C grade, and also want to take another one as a for the D. Okay, D and then F. So for the D I want to that will be started from to the 1, 1.00 started will be from to the 30 and will be as a 39. Okay, 39 just added, and started will be as a 1.00 and 1.9. okay, and then I make it as a bad. That will be obviously as a bad. Now click as a submit. That is our C. And also another one I want to add for the fail. Okay, that means the B, A, B, C, D, and then fail. That means the F grade. So for the F grade, that will be as F. That is the F grade, and then I make it as a 0. That means 0.00, and then it started from to the 0 and from to the 32. Right, 33 is actually the past number, so that will be as a 00, and point will be 0.9. okay, 0.99, and I make it as a fail. So this type of another fail. Perfect. Now if you click the submit, yeah, everything is great. So that is actually the fail, that is a bad, that is a point, average, good, very good, and then the excellent. Okay friend, so this data will be needed, because here we will also create some of the report for the student. So how can do that work, I will show you. So friend, we successfully complete everything. For our marks management. We successfully complete that marks and entity, that means the entry, marks edit, and the marks grade, right? So now everything is complete. So in our next video, I want to start that new session. This session will be for our school management system as account management. Okay, so into the account management, that is student fee will be needed, the employee salary, and then other cost. So account related every functionality will cover it on here, and after that we'll move on to the report management. So step by step everything friend, I will show you with the live example. Okay, so thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video.